So in 1988, I found myself homeless in Lafayette Square Park across the street from the White House. The first year out there, I was terrified. I went to places I couldn't understand how the people act. Then I learned the things growing up that my father used to teach me that I ignored. I finally realized later on in life, those are the things that has sustained me. The streets is no place for anyone. And when they do evictions and all like that, they mistreat homeless people. That's someone's sister, brother, whatever. They take their belongings, they throw them away like they're not even human beings. In a place like America, I don't understand that. I really don't. Helping people is therapeutic for me. I do what you call outreach work. I go to conventions and learn about permanent supportive housing. I do speaking engagements. I've done engagements for the World Bank Group. I've done engagements here at the George Washington University campus for several. So my thing is to observe, engage, and learn a bit more so I can put all that collectively together. Because I ask people questions. I said, my strengths, they said, well, you're honest with your story, you're straight up forward with your story. And I asked them what my weaknesses, advocacy. So I want to learn more about the other side of Miriam's Kitchen so I can do a better job. They cover, I believe, 33 square miles of the District 11. They cover more space than any other organization. And they're out there hand and foot, winter, all times of the year. That takes a person with resilience and fortitude. The job is not built for everyone, but the outreach workers here, they do very good work.
Miriam's Kitchen got its start over 4 decades ago at a time when urban homelessness was, becoming more present in the community. And Miriam's Kitchen persisted as simply a meal program for across its first 2 decades. And we realized even when we started the meal program in 1983 that meals weren't going to solve homelessness. Housing is what solves homelessness.
The very first time getting my key and entering my new home, I was in disbelief. I was in awe because I was homeless for 17 consecutive years here in the nation's capital. And I never, ever seen me getting a set of keys. Unhoused individuals that you see out there across the United States, Washington, D.C., that is somebody's mother, sister, daughter, father, brother, and son. They have a backstory. No one is homeless by choice. No one wants to be homeless. It's either lack of affordable housing, which is the #1 cause of homelessness, or there are other underlying traumas, substance abuse, mental health disorders that they just need a helping hand. And we are going to give them that hand. And we're going to, till our last breath, advocate for those that haven't found a voice, or stand in the gap where they can't stand, or teach them how to become their own best advocate.
We design everything to be really guest-centered and not only have an impact with one person at a time, but at a whole city level. So that starts with the meals that we serve. So if someone who's experiencing homelessness hears from a friend about Miriam's Kitchen and then they have a great meal, and that's really the bridge in that program for case managers and social workers to get to know people and build a relationship. Find out what are the housing solutions, the income solutions, the health solutions that they need, and then we work every day to help people connect to whatever their goals are.
It just changed my life. I just started coming. Once I started coming every day, I started opening up to people, started talking to case managers. It was a life-changing experience, even though I was still homeless. I had somewhere, I could call a place to go during the day.
Peace on earth, no more hungry people. We're all caring for one another. Make you smile?
Yeah, great. Make you smile.
Make you smile writing it, right?
Just doing it.
Yeah.
Familiar with the shelter routine and my college routine and being a fellow at Miriam's Kitchen, all this was happening so fast that I ain't had time to think of, what's next, because I had college. I was working as a fellow at Miriam's Kitchen, and I was also doing photography work. So yeah, I was doing it all. I was one busy somebody, still am busy.
But we don't stop just with housing. We're building up our strategic health initiatives and connections to different health programs. So we're building a patient navigation program where we have dedicated, health-focused case managers that are helping people make appointments, go to appointments, make sure that they're getting through the healthcare that they want to have. And then we also want to help grow the number of medical respite beds in the city.
I've been managing HIV for 35 years. I'm a cancer survivor. But if you really don't have a decent place to live, healthcare seems not important. The role that they played for me was getting to know me, listening to me, and observing me, because they were able to ascertain from that how to best help you. The social workers are key. Their boots are on the ground. And to be able to give back to the community that you are a part of is essential to me.
It was difficult because I had to go through a whole series of paperwork. One what they call the Viaspedat, which is sort of like a listing of people, and you don't have to do much to get on that. It's just a matter of them doing the computer work and submitting your application through there. And that's how I got it. I mean, I waited 9 months and I was informed that I was going to receive a housing voucher. And when I got the call about my voucher coming in, I dropped the phone immediately. I started crying because after 20 years in prison, you never think about this, what your future is going to be like. And that was one of them. I just want to continue to work in Miriam's Kitchen. They've been there for me from the beginning. And I'm hoping that there are more organizations like Miriam's Kitchen that will pop up and do the same work.
This is, as I tell people, the best job I've ever had. You know, I have guests that have been here since I started working here 6 years ago. And when they see me, they just light up. Because as they say, they're going to get something spectacular out of me that day. And it inspires me to try to do better for them. So they truly get me up every morning. This is by far the best job I've ever had in my entire life. I could not imagine doing anything else.
None of this works unless people contribute and believe in our vision of ending chronic homelessness and believe in our ability to serve our guests and get them into a home of their own.
And I think we see that really every day in all of the programs, but then we get to see it in particular with so many of our guest leaders who do a lot of speaking with us, advocating with us, helping train our own staff because of their expertise and leadership on homelessness.
So this new model of housing called bridge housing is just that. It's a bridge between homelessness and a home of their own, and it gives them a dignified place to stay while they continue to engage with case managers to make sure that their path towards housing is as smooth as possible. And that also includes the work that we do to try and convince the government mostly to help fund more affordable housing, because again, we know housing ends homelessness.
And it's when you see all that come together, when you really believe, yes, we can end homelessness in DC.